in the 2019-2020 season. I know it didn't end the way that we all thought it would, with the season coming down to a conclusion in March. However, that's how we're looking at the season end, and we will move forward accordingly, guys. So pretty exciting today, as we're going to give out our standard awards here of our breakout, our sportsmanlike, our grit. The one thing that I ask from you guys is that when you win an award, we're going to send you a link that allows your camera to go live. When that goes live, everyone will see you. Boom, you wave your hand. You don't have to say anything. You just wave, do a quick little wave. Your coaches will make sure that you get your award. But just making sure that we're all conducting ourselves very professional today as we go. So it's pretty exciting as everything that we have going in. I really want to make sure that we actually take the time here to honor what happened last season. Like I said, with the way that we ended in March, I don't think we really had the time to appreciate some of the accomplishments that really took place last season, as it was pretty darn fantastic. So I'm pretty excited to get ourselves started here today. The first ones that we are going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to talk about our breakout swimmer, our more sportsmanlike, and our grit. Just to give a little bit of context here on a breakout swimmer. So to win a breakout swimmer award is you're essentially, the award goes to someone that, yes, it says breakout, but someone that really lifted, where you've been training really well for 3 or 4 years and you've always been a regional level kid, and then all of a sudden you're an Eastern qualifier, or you're a CJC qualifier, or something like that, where you really just broke out. All of a sudden everything came together, the package showed up, and boom, you went off. And to me, that's a breakout swimmer. So there's different criteria that goes in by different groups on what a breakout swimmer is, but that's the gist of a breakout swimmer. Sportsmanlike award. To me, this is actually one of the most important awards, as it doesn't take into effect the actual swimming accomplishment, but it takes in the fact of you were a part of the cause of someone's swimming accomplishments, where you're running up and down the deck, helping someone through, where you're motivating the guys in the bleachers. What were you doing to make your teammates better, which ultimately makes you better, but what were you doing to help your teammates get better? A selfless act. All those type of things put you in a category for sportsmanlike award. When we look at the grit award, the grit award is essentially, what were you able to do? Did you break an arm and come back into the bowl, and all of a sudden you were able to rebuild yourself and you had a great season? What did you do that kind of set you back a little bit, but you were able to take in that moment and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to use this as an opportunity to make myself better. That's the grit award. And all of these awards are very, very difficult to get, because when you look at it and you're in a group of 24 to 30 kids, depending on who you are, that's a very small percentage on who's going to be able to pick up one of these awards. So if you win one of these today, be proud of your award. Be proud of your accomplishments on what you've created here in the Oakville Aquatic Club, because we're proud of you guys. And that's what this presentation is for today, making sure that you guys understand that you did some good things last season, and we're going to take the time to really make sure that we honor those achievements as we talk today. So the breakout sportsmanlike we'll go through, then we'll talk about the club record breakers, then we'll go through highest point score at each championship meet, and then we'll finish up with our gold cap, silver cap, and bronze cap based on top 10, top 25, and top 50 in the country. So that's the way that we are going. Each coach will pop off here and pop on and give you guys your information. All right, guys, so enjoy the show. Chances are we're probably going to be about 30, 40 minutes in total run time, so not take up too much time, but that's about total time here today. All right, we're going to pass it off to Ryan here.
Hello, everyone. We're going to start with AG2 here. I'm going to start with the male breakout swimmer of the year. This swimmer started in my group, big, tall guy, a little uncoordinated, but once he started to figure out how to use his length and his unreal kick, he just started taking off, and it was really impressive to see this year, and I think it's really beginning for him. So congratulations to Samuel Harvan for being breakout swimmer for AG2. Thanks for the wave, Sam. All right, moving on to female breakout swimmer of the year. This little girl, she gets distracted quite often. She's very chatty, but when push comes to shove, she's ready to throw down and do whatever is required to improve. And I really noticed at a meet in Windsor this year, she came up to me and just really started to break down her races and ask what she could do to get better. And I thought that was really positive, and we took that and applied it to practice, and she continued to improve every day, and really proud of her. And breakout swimmer is Abigail Ianachuk. All right, moving on to most sportsmanlike swimmer, starting with the male. This is a pretty easy one. Everywhere I look, this guy's surrounded by people and usually leading the conversation. We go to meets and he'd be with kids that I've never even met before, and he's just there holding the conversation. And just to me, he's running up and down the deck. He's asking me if he can cheer for kids in other groups all the time. And I think that's truly what a sportsmanlike swimmer is. And for the boys, the winner is Oliver Thompson. Lucky guy, he's hanging out at his cottage. All right, moving on to most sportsmanlike swimmer for female. This girl also very similar to Oliver, very chatty. Lots of the younger girls I felt looked up to her and looked to her for guidance this year. And she was very positive. Again, one of those swimmers that meets, always cheering on her teammates, no matter what. No matter if things aren't going well for her, she's giving all her energy to her fellow peers. So this year, I'd like to present that award to Lauren Snyder. All right, and off for a car ride there. Congrats, Lauren. Moving on to our grid award for male. This swimmer, he asks me a million questions all the time, and I'm okay with that because he's engaging and he wants to improve and he wants to make sure that he's doing it right. But sometimes we have to put a restriction on the amount of questions he could ask. And I think that worked quite well. And he started to focus on work ethic and other little things rather than obsessing over really small details all the time. Although those are very important, sometimes you just have to work and work hard. And I think things really started to click. He's starting to grow. He's starting to train really well. And I've been really impressed with his summer training. So Tommaso Ricci is the Grid Award for male. Don't worry, buddy. Your hair looks good. All right, moving on to female for grit. Again, a swimmer, honestly, doesn't say too much, but works very, very hard. And when I watch this swimmer race, and there's 50 meters left in a 400 or an 800, and there's somebody close to her, I have no doubt that she's going to beat them. She will fight no matter what, right to the end. And I think that's really, truly demonstrates what grit is. And the winner of that award is Daphne Kalman. All right, I'm going to move over to the AG1 Awards. I've had the pleasure of working with these swimmers a little bit more over the last couple weeks. I'll do my best to provide a little bit of background info before announcing the winner. So starting with Breakout Swimmer of the Year for boys. This guy started in Devo B, I think less than 2 years ago, and he is just skyrocketing. He is continuing to improve every day, and watching him train, I see some really good things from him, and I think he's gonna go on to be a great swimmer. And this year's breakout swimmer is Cohen Kwan. Congrats, Cohen. Moving on to the females. This swimmer, again, a swimmer I got to watch at a few meets and saw her do the 200 butterfly, I believe, I'm pretty sure. And I think she's loving the butterfly and just not afraid to choose that as a stroke to do within a set from what I've noticed in the last couple of weeks. And that's really good to see. And I hope she continues her improvement within the club. And our breakout swimmer of the year for female is Trinity Nuska. Trinity, you didn't think you were getting an award. I'm glad you showed up. Okay, moving on to most sportsmanlike. Boy, this guy, he's very, very quiet, but a very nice young boy. Working with him the last 2 weeks, sometimes I have to really turn up my ears to hear what he's saying because he's very, very quiet, but works really hard and seems very supportive of his teammates. So for most sportsmanlike swimmer for AG1 male is Yusuf Rafat. Moving on to most sportsmanlike female. I think my first day coming in with AG1, the swimmer had a big smile, was waving at me, made me feel really welcome right away. And I think that she does that exact same thing for the rest of her teammates, which is why she's winning this award. So congrats to Taylor Hardy. All right, moving on to Grit Male for AG1. Swimmer who works very hard. At the beginning of the workout, he's already going full board. He's ready to go and he's ready to put in work, and it continues all the way through till the very end. And it's impressive to see. He needs to keep that up, and I'm sure he will. So congratulations to Nicholas Gert Rousseau. Way to go, Nick. And the last award for AG1 Grit Female, unfortunately, the swimmer wasn't in summer training, so I didn't get to work with them too much. But I've seen their brother swim, and he's a hard little worker, and I imagine the sister is the exact same. So congratulations to Sydney Patrick from AG1 for Grit Female. All right, thank you. We're going to move on to Coach Mel here.
All right, I'm doing the Silver Athlete Awards here. Our breakout athlete, silver athlete, is Eric Sutherland. Eric started with me in September, and by January, he was already moved up to the gold group. A solid B-champ swimmer last long course season, he qualified for winter festivals in the 13-year-old boys 200 backstroke for this year. At regionals, he qualified for 10 events and raced 5 finals and 2 relays. He truly had a breakout year. Congratulations, Eric. Our female breakout swimmer is Caitlin Couillard. Caitlin qualified for 7 events at B-Champs and had 5 out of 7 best times at the meet and swam on 2 relays. When she started in the silver group back in the fall, she was very, very nervous of the training. But quickly, she moved up through the pack, through the lanes, to be leading lanes often. With the harder training, she started qualifying for more and more events at B-Champs. Caitlin broke out this year and is now in the group. Congratulations, Kate. Oh, there she is. I think the sports person of the year. I think of this award as the person who helps everyone in the group's success. They're supportive at meets and practices, and they help to make the practice run well so everyone has the best possible opportunity. By setting up and tearing down the pool, explaining sets to swimmers who might not have got it the first time, and generally keeping people's spirits up. The male sports person of the silver group this year is Reese Hansen. This is the smiling swimmer who knows everyone in the group and speaks and interacts with them continuously. He'll help out others in his lane, sets the pace and pace times. He was off swimming for 6 weeks in the fall with a broken arm and still made almost 100% of the practices doing dry land. By doing that, he demonstrated his commitment to his teammates, and the teammates noticed that. Reese is positive, and the positivity rubs off on the entire group. And that's what makes Reese the sports boy of the year of the silver group. Okay. Avery Wilson is the female sports person of the silver group. She's a little bit quieter than Reese. You cannot always hear her, but she is genuinely interested in her teammates and the practices as well. She quietly supports her teammates with congratulations after swims and cheering on deck. Avery has a slight knee problem, but rarely, if ever, asks for any special treatment. Avery follows the set. And so what I wanted to say about that was that I think the swimmers see that and they realize here's somebody with a sore knee, but she continues to work hard all the time. She follows the set directions well and helps the whole team by keeping them on track in the sets as well. Congratulations, Avery. Hi, Avery. The Grit Award. This award was brought into our Oak Awards by Coach Kyle Welsh a couple years ago to celebrate that athlete with that X factor, that factor which is hard to put into words, but leads to success in endeavors, especially in swimming. Dr. Angela Duckworth and her colleagues came up with this concept of grit a few years ago, and coaches immediately knew what she meant. What is that X factor that makes the swimmer be successful? It's perseverance and passion for long-term goals. It's a combination of hard work and determination, stick-to-itiveness, and a clearly defined progression to a goal. It's courage and resolve and strength of character. Luka Perkovic is the male Grit Award for silver. When he started in silver, he was not one of the fastest ones. He just hung in there at the end of the lane, working as hard as he could, missing pace times and just pushing off and working harder and harder and getting faster and faster. In races, he makes himself race towards winning, which leads to great times. And every time I would give him a new, longer, harder race, it's simply come up to me, get the race strategy, and go to it. And always was successful in his races. He had a great B champs and had 100% best times at B champs, and then went on to another 100% best times at our last meet. Congratulations to Luka Perkovic. Hi, Luka. My final silver award winner is Jillian Coscarella. She's the female grit athlete. Jillian is little but mighty. She showed real grit in practices, often having to lead the lane when other swimmers were a little bit scared. Jillian would step right out and set off and set the pace and try to hang as tough as she could. Although you knew that she was absolutely exhausted, she showed none of the pain and carried on. Mostly in dry land, Jillian was a super, super hard worker, and her red face and okay, I'll just say that she worked really hard in dry land. Congratulations, Jillian Coscarella, the Female Grit Award winner for silver. Now I'm going to, I'll let Reed Scarrow give you his gold award winners.
Known me for a long time, can't get my name right. All right. So hello, everyone. So I'm going to be presenting the awards for the gold swimmers. All right. So I want to start with the Breakout Swimmer Award for male. This swimmer I've had in my group for about 2 years now, and really slowly but quietly, and he's improved at an incredible rate. You know, I've been on him for these last 2 years about using more legs, getting more kick involved. And once he finally did, he has taken off and has qualified for his very first B champs this year and made his very first B champs final. All right, congratulations, male Breakout Swimmer Award, Leighton Schuster. Oh, there he is. Give a little wave. Well done, Leighton. All right. Breakout Swimmer Award for the females. So this girl I just got in my group at the beginning of this past season, and she has been able to fit in really, really well, going from sort of a B champs swimmer to an OYJ's qualifier in both breaststrokes, and has been an absolute pleasure to coach this past year. Congratulations to Riley Toffelmeyer. There. Hello, Riley. All right. So, most sportsmanlike swimmers. So, both these swimmers winning the award, their presence in practice just makes everyone else, they make everyone else better. They love seeing these guys here practice, and they've shown that in their training, they can lead. And they know when people really have looked up to them. All right. So I want to congratulate for the sportsmanlike for male, Kyle Serdan. Hey, Kyle. Congratulations. All right. And for the female sportsmanlike swimmer award, Christine Takayan. Hey, Christine. All right. So, Male Grit Award. This is another swimmer who just joined me at the beginning of this past season here. You know, he started off somewhere in the middle of the group, and in about 3 or 4 weeks or so, he's leading the fast lane. All right, and his determination was noted right from the beginning. You know, this is one of the toughest kids I've ever got the pleasure to coach, and because of that, he got the move to Tag 2 in December. You know, he may be a little guy, but he's got a heart of gold. I want to congratulate Mr. Bill Wu. Nope. Okay. And the Grit Award for females. This is another swimmer I've had for a while. Again, slowly but surely has really made her way to the top of the group. All right. Barely misses a practice. Has shown incredible guts, she's just been so good in training. One of the top swimmers in the group. I want to give a good shout out to Ria Nethwani. Hey, congratulations, Ria. All right. So I'm going to hand it over to John now, who will present the Tag 3 awards. Congratulations again to the winners for the gold group.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry about that. All right, Tag 3 awards for 2019-2020. The Tag 3 breakout swimmer male is Adam Wang. The breakout female swimmer of the year for Tag 3 is Elizabeth Moratova. Sports-like swimmers for Tag 3 2019-2020. Most sports-like swimmer male is Aaron Chu. Most sports-like swimmer female for Tag 3 2019-2020 is Olivia Frost. The Grit Awards for Tag, there she is, just in time. The Grit Awards for Tag 3 2019-2020. Grit male is Alex Shee. And the Tag 3 Grit Award for females is Jordan Giles. Okay, we're going to pass it over to Coach Kyle for the next set of awards.
Hello. All right, guys, I'm going to take Tag 2, Tag 1, and senior awards here. As Coach Megan is moving on from the Oakville Aquatic Club, I'll handle the awards from this point. So the Tag 2, it's interesting. Tag 2, Tag 1, senior. All of these guys I've had a lot of opportunity to be able to work with, so I'll be able to tell some personal stories here as we go through. As we go into Tag 2, breakout swimmer award male goes to Emile Villette. Sorry about the last name on that, Emile. Breakout swimmer award, which was great because I had an opportunity to work with this girl a little bit when we were out in the Prairie Winter meet out in December. I love the attitude. I love the way that she handled herself behind the blocks. I love how she stepped up for finals. Some really, really good character builder that came out of that. Breakout swimmer award goes to Paula Tequina. Hi, Paula. Perfect. Congratulations, Paula. Most sportsman-like male award. Male swimmer for Tag 2 goes to Paulo De Luca. Most sportsmanlike female award goes to Marcela Hontorio Arroyo. Always hearing her on the pool deck, cheering each other on, going up and down the deck. Marcela, you're a great leader there on the pool deck. Grit Award. So I'm going to tell a little bit of a story about this guy. I'm glad he got the Grit Award because a situation took place where I was like, that kind of deserves the Grit Award. So there we were out in the Prairie Winter Meet, and this athlete had just swum a 200 backstroke. Something happened with the heat. Doesn't matter what the particulars were and how they moved in, but essentially what happened was this athlete had to, well, he was given an option to move into the final after he already swam in the B final. And there was going to be some delays within the meet. So the meet manager comes over really quickly and was just like, there's going to be a delay. And I said, hey, swim him again. And so I go over to this athlete and he's like, fine. And it was a very quick conversation. We just said, hey, we're oak tough, hop back in the water. And so within about 15 seconds, he swam 200 backstrokes back to back and comparable times. Like it was a very good effort on the second one. He had a fabulous swim on the first one. But to me, it was the ability to not argue, to not make an excuse, to step up and say, all right, I'm doing it. And that to me is it's an Oak tough character. And it's something that I really like in the Oak culture is our ability to sort of see an opportunity and go after another opportunity. And that's what an Oakville athlete does. And to me, this guy really, he won it right there. So Grit Award male goes to Luke Page. Great job, Luke. Congratulations. Grit Award female for tag 2 goes to Paulina Zavaros. All right. So tag 1, guys. Now we'll go into the tag 1 group, which was my group last year. So I'm going to tell a little bit more stories here. It's funny now that because I've been coaching here for so long, at one point here, as most of you guys know, I was running the Oak Entry program. So now I have the opportunity, as Coach Mel did years ago, of seeing these athletes come up and come through the program and actually sort of see what they're capable of doing on the skill set they were building back when they were younger. So to me, it's really exciting working with these athletes for so long, as now I get an opportunity to work with them again. And that's kind of what's happening now, is these people are now coming up through the program 6-8 years later, coming up into the top end. So it's great seeing these kids come through the program, knowing where they started specifically. So to me, the Breakout Swimmer Award for male, the interesting thing about this male swimmer is at one point we held this swimmer back. And this was back in the entry where he just wasn't quite ready for that next group yet. We wanted to work on a few more things. And obviously we had a meeting with the parents and made some decisions. And sometimes when you hold athletes back, it's always, you gotta tell them why, and you gotta explain why. And this athlete, it might have been one of the best things that it's done, because now I look at this guy go, and he's one of the best racers on the pool. And it's really quite a pleasure to watch this guy develop. And he's not done yet. He might win breakout again. And it just keeps getting better every single year. So male breakout swimmer for tag 1 goes to Ruben Ben Nier. Well done, Ruben. Breakout Swimmer Award female. Now, with this athlete that came in, it was right from the get-go. We kind of picked a performance level that we thought she was going to be able to get to. And it was always questions of, I don't know, but she was hungry for it. And then it was selling her on it and selling her on the work that it would take to be able to get to that. So the Breakout Swimmer Award female goes to Jasmine Nichols, who picked up her youth trials times in the 100 fly and 200 fly. Well done, Jasmine. Male Sportsmanlike Swimmer Award goes to Sky Dang, always helpful out on the pool deck, helping each other out. Sportsmanlike Female goes to Amy Wang. Grit Award Male. So this story I'm going to tell, it ended up being a situation over the summer where something happened with this athlete, and there was a lot of questions on whether or not what level he'd be able to swim at. Was swimming going to be able to work well with him? All these other factors going through. But when you talk to the athlete, you never heard about all that. He just knew that he was going to show up and he was going to work and he was going to do as much as he could. And every day you saw this athlete show up and do everything he could. And sometimes there was breaks and this type of stuff, but he was never beat down by it, obviously frustrated by it, but still coming back and swimming. And I think he's going to have one heck of a season this year as he even keeps building back up. But to me, it was the tenacity to be able to show back up and keep doing the work and keep trying to do the work. And even though there was hiccups every single practice, it wasn't letting that fail or letting them stop coming to work out. It was continuing to get better each day. So male Grit Award goes to Patty Williams. Congratulations, Patty. Good job, buddy. Grit Award female. This next is this athlete. She's still fighting for cuts, but every year she gets better and better. And I love seeing this athlete develop, as I've now had an opportunity to work with her quite a bit. And even though we missed the trials cut this year, which was the goal, it still kept this fire underneath her, where she knew that, hey, now I get an opportunity this year with everything that happened, I get to go after it again. And she still said every day she shows up wanting to get better, wanting to get faster. Even though she hasn't made that cut yet, she's still fighting every single day for it. And you can see that in the attitude and the work ethic. So Grit female goes to Allie Wu. Great job, Allie. There you go. Congratulations, Allie. Well done. All right. So we're going to do some honorable mentions here with senior for their awards, as some of these athletes have moved on, and we wish them the best of luck in their swimming careers. Breakout Swimmer Award male, Sam Greenshield. Breakout Swimmer Award female, Sarah Molson. Most sportsmanlike swimmer, Chris Fox. Most sportsmanlike female, Katie Forrester. Grit Award male, Ethan Ma. And then Grit Award female goes out to Sydney Schemmelt. All right. So, guys, this concludes the breakout. Oh, there you go, Sydney. Congratulations, Sydney. Give a little wave. There we go. Well done. So, guys, that is the conclusion of our breakout, our sportsmanlike, and our grit awards. Now we're going to segue off into our next point, which is going to talk about our Oakville Club record breakers. But first off, guys, I just wanted to say, if you won one of those awards on the last ones, very, very good job. All right, well done on that, and continue putting up the great work, guys, because I love how this club is going. I love how we are able to get through, and I love how we're able to fight through things. So it's obviously next year we're going to have some challenges, just like we did this year. But the way that the Oakville Athlete does it is we're Oak tough, and we see a challenge and we go through it. And that's been the Oak character here for about 30 years. So it's even before that, when Coach Mel here was swimming 25 meters and flip. So it's really good to see the quality of talent that comes out through this program. So very, very good job, guys, and we'll keep producing for it as we go through. All right, so I'm going to segue off to
Okay, so the following swimmers broke club records during the 2019-2020 swim season. Ahmed El Sayed, Alex Shee, Vic Chari, Aaron Chu, Adam Wang, Victoria Edgar, Bevan Toes, Sophie Kissick, Emma Turton Sugden, and Sydney Schemmelt. All right, congratulations, everyone, all those Oak record breakers for 2019-2020. All right, we're going to pass it over to Coach Mel for the next set of awards.
Hi there. I'm giving out the high point scorer, the Oak swimmer who has the highest point score from each of the championship meets. Unfortunately, in this swim season, which was protracted from the coronavirus problem, we didn't have one for trials and nationals, Easterns or Easterns. However, we do have the other championship meets. The high point male scorer for the provincials is Jack Lee. The high point scorer female from provincials is Jasmine Nichols. At the youth junior swim meet, the high point male swimmer was Henry Shang. The high point female swimmer at youth juniors was Sophia Tran. There's Sophia Tran. Hello there. Congratulations. At the Ontario Festival swim meet, the high point male scorer was Adam Wang. The high point female score was Emma Turton Sugden. Congratulations, Emma. At B Champs, the high point score male from Oakville Aquatic Club was Cohen Kwan. Give a little wave, Cohen. Nice. The high point score female at B Champs was Elizabeth Mortova. And finally, our last swim meet, C Champs, Central Region C Champs, the high point male scorer was Alexander Cadado. And the high point female was Hannah Hosian. Congratulations to all our high point scorers at the championship meets from Oak. I'm going to give you now to Ryan Kearney.
Hey guys, going to run through the top 50 bronze caps, and then Coach Reed is going to run through, or Coach Reese is going to run through the silver and gold. Just a little joke there from earlier. I'm going to start with Keely McLeod for bronze cap. Amy Wang. Congrats, Amy. Just to mention, you guys, this is top 50 in Canada, not just in Ontario. Cordelia French. Jessica Schwinn. Cohen Kwan. Anna Song. There's Cohen from earlier. Morgan Schuster. Sophia Tran. Harmony French. Omar El Arif. Paolo De Lucia. Henry Zhang. Emile Villette. Luke Page. Callum McPherson. Lincoln Zhang. And Ziad Abdelwahid. Congratulations, bronze cap. And moving over to Coach Reed.
Okay. So these are going to be the Silver Cap Award winners. This is top 25 in Canada. Okay. Avery Teus. There she is. Georgia Schemmelt. Sydney Schemmelt. Madeline Glowinski. Oh, there's Sydney. Oh. Okay. There's your silver caps. They're being tossed at me. William Liang Zhu. Yeah, give a little wave. I apologize for this next name. Jia Liang Zhu. Adam Wang. And Vincent Todorov. All right, those are your silver cap winners. Okay, and now for the gold cap winners. These are the top 10 in Canada. And again, caps are being tossed. Okay, thank you. This is what they look like. So yeah, top 10 in Canada. Vic Chari. Alex Shee. Ernst Schultz. Adam Mansauer. Ruben Van Niekerk. Yeah, congrats, Ruben. Emma Turton Sugden. Congratulations, Emma. Bevan Teus. There she is. Victoria Edgar. Olivia Frost. Jasmine Nichols. Ahmed El Sayed. And Sophie Kissick. Well done. All right, so that's your top 10 in Canada. All right, I'm going to pass it over to Coach Kyle now.
Hello, guys. First off, congratulations to every single athlete that picked up an award here this afternoon. Hopefully, in time, we'll go back to our regular awards presentations. But this was our first crack at doing an online one, and I think it went pretty well. Just one more thing. I just wanted to say congratulations again to every single award winner here today. Great job, guys. We'll continue this level of success as we continue to move forward, as I've stated, and we'll keep building on the blocks of the Oakville Aquatic Club. Now, as we have had questions, I'm going to use this platform here just for the next couple seconds as we conclude. As I know a lot of you are saying, hey, when is schedule coming out? When is placements coming out? All of that information, we are very close to finalizing schedules. Once we finalize schedules, then group placements will go out and then registration will take place. Our plan is to have that done in the next couple of days. We are still waiting on some final confirmations because we can't put something out until we have final confirmations. Otherwise, then we got to go back to the drawing board. Everything next year or this season is very specific as far as operating procedures go, and we can't jump the gun on anything that we're doing. So it's really making sure that everything that we put out is the right information and correct information to allow us to do everything safely. So right now we're waiting on one more confirmation on pool time, but we have built the schedule already. Everything is pretty much ready to go as far as placements. We just need the green light on schedule. So very quickly that will be coming out. I'm not going to give a timeline, but it will be in the next few days. So that's my timeline. And that stuff's going to come out, and then we'll get you guys moving through this club very, very quickly. So thank you very much, guys, for hopping on here today. Thank you very much for last season. Great job to all the Oakville Aquatic Club athletes and coaches, and we will continue this process, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great day. All I see is hands, Mel. All right. Bye, guys.